Okay, so hey guys, welcome to my channel. So today is a car versus car comparison again. So today I'm going to compare a 267 MPV, which is the Proton Exora and the Toyota Innova. So you will notice, are not a Proton Exora same segment as the Exora, the B segment MPV? Based on my research, actually the Exora in the overseas market does cost about 90 over 1000K. So in this price range, right, it already can category as is C segment MPV because the size of the Proton Exora is actually larger than its rivals such as the Nissan Grand Livina and the Proton Exora. So actually the Exora and the Proton Exora is no comparable. The Exora must compare with the more up-size MPV such as the Toyota Innova, the Nissan Serena or the Citroen C4 Picasso. So today in this episode, I'm going to compare the Proton Exora and the Toyota Innova 2.0G, which is the mid-spec variant. And the Proton Exora I will take is the Proton Exora Executive Plus. So let's start with the engine and torque. So the engine of the Proton Exora does produce 138 horsepower and 205 Nm of torque. And this car is powered by a Cam Pro engine with a 1.6 liter turbocharged. While the Toyota Innova uses a 2 liter naturally aspirated engine, it produces about 139 horsepower and 183 Nm of torque. So in terms here, you see the Innova does have 1 horsepower more than the Exora, but in terms of torque, right, the Exora have more than the Toyota Innova. I think it's basically of the turbo. It gives you more pickup when it's in low speed or in high speed. The pickup will be very sufficient. Okay, the transmission. The Proton Exora is actually powered by a transmission. It's a 6-speed CVT. So it's basically a CVT but with virtual 6-speed. And the Toyota Innova uses a 6-speed automatic standard across the range. And the fuel consumption of the Proton Exora is 7.8 liters per 100 kilometers and the Innova 9.1 liters per 100 km. Okay, as you can see, the Proton Exora does more fuel efficient compared to the Innova. I think it's because the engine displacement or gearbox, because CVT does give you a pretty good fuel consumption and smoothness of the ride compared to the conventional automatic. Moving to the measurement. Okay, so the length of the Proton Exora measures about 180 inches, wide are 71.2 inches, height are 66.6 inches, and wheelbase are 107.5 inches. While the Toyota Innova, the length measures about 186 inches, wide 72 inches, height are 70.7 inches, and wheelbase are 108.3 inches. So as you can see, the Toyota Innova does longer than the Proton Exora, and the Proton Exora is actually quite lower because it's a bit MPV look, and the Toyota Innova is a bit of the SUV looks. So these two cars are actually 7-seater, but in the Innova X is actually 6-seater. You got the pilot seats at the middle row. So in terms of design, the Proton Exora has LED DRL, which basically known as daytime running light, but the daytime running light is mounted at the fog lamps compared to other car which is integrated in the headlights. But actually it's a good idea though. Save some cost to maintain, and also got a reflector headlights and a LED tail light. And this car does have 16-inch alloy, while the Toyota Innova does have halogen headlight and halogen tail lights. Only the Innova X gets LED tail light and LED headlights, and also 16-inch alloy rims. So there are a bit of similarities of these two cars in terms of the exterior design, but I personally prefer the Proton Exora looks than the Toyota Innova. because I think the Proton Exora is actually a natural MPV look, and the Innova is a jack it up wagon. I think it got a bit wagon look, and it got a SUV type of chassis. And in terms of equipment, the Proton Exora, in any variant you get Executive or Executive Plus, you get 2-din radio display, plus CD player, USB, reverse camera. The reverse camera is not at the screen, they're integrated at the rear view mirror. Cruise controls, audio switches on the steering wheel, rear aircon vents, which I think is pretty good, and leather seats also. And the Toyota Innova does get more premium featured. You get automatic aircon controls in front and rear, and the rear also gets aircon vents too, and Bluetooth connectivity function, 7 inches touchscreen unit, got drive mode selection, eco or sport or normal, and fabric seats. And the glove box does has cooler function, so actually you can keep your Coca-Cola anything chilled inside the glove box. And a dome light such as the wheel fire also got this type of things, and a push start. The Proton Exora still uses a traditional key start. Okay, so moving to the safety. So the Proton Exora does give you dual airbags in any variants, ABS, EBD, electric stability control, and reverse sensors. That's all you get. You don't get any ISOFIX mount, because basically the Proton Exora is not a facelift model. This is actually came from 2012 model. They just give some minor changes of the appearance in the interior. The safety remains the same. But I think the last 2016 model got a Proton Exora Super Premium. That one I think got 4 airbags, I think. And the Toyota Innova wins in this safety feature because it got 7 airbags, ABS, EBD, electric stability control, hill start assist, VSC, traction control, brake assist, and ISOFIX at any of the rear seats. I think this is not a pros and cons in terms of the safety, because the Proton Exora costs more cheaper than the Innova. Imagine if the Innova gets the same safety feature as the Proton Exora, whoever will buy the Innova. So basically, it deserves to have this kind of safety feature in 100 and more thousand cars. So in terms of pricing, so the Proton Exora have 2 variants, the Executive and the Executive Plus. So the Executive costs about 62,008.24 ringgit. And the Executive Plus costs about 70,000 ringgit. There are some price difference, just only 7,000 ringgit, but you pretty much get the same thing. Only the thing you didn't get in the Executive is the cruise control settings and some features only lah. When I were to buy a Proton Exora, I would definitely go for the Executive one, because the Executive Plus, you get similar feature as the Executive, just that you got some more feature inside lah, but not more than I expected. So the Toyota Innova does have 3 specs, the E, the G, and the X. So the E costs about 280 ringgit, and the G costs about 123,400, and the X costs about 132,400. So I think the G model is the best buy, because you don't need pilot seat and such a car, because the X variant does give you a pilot seat, but I think it's not actually necessary with that. And the E spec, the specification is a bit low compared to the G and X, so I think the G is a more balanced choice. So now moving to the conclusion time, because these 2 cars are not the same class in our Malaysian market, because the pricing are different. But in terms of the size, right, these 2 cars are about the same, just that the Exora is a bit smaller and a bit lower than the Toyota Innova. I think the Toyota Innova is basically a 7-seater SUV, like a crossover type of thing, and the Proton Exora is actually a multi-purpose vehicle, well known as MPV. So I think I cover all these features in the Proton Exora and Toyota Innova. I hope this will help you. So thank you guys for watching, and be sure to subscribe my channel and be sure to follow my Instagram, Chen Automotive Fans. I will keep updating what I'm going to do in the Instagram. So thank you guys and chill.